Japanese ramen, noodles, stock of course, local hot smoked salmon, and dulse. It's what we do best.
Ramen is one of my very favorite things. It's basically Japanese noodle soup that you can eat any time of the day. But when I started developing my own sort of at-home Nova Scotian version, I started to panic a little bit about authenticity. But then I thought about it. You know, what is Japanese food all about? It's about celebrating the best ingredient in the place that you are at that moment. So I decided just to make a ramen the way I would want it and top it with some true Nova Scotian ingredients. So we are going to do that. I'm going to start by cooking up the noodles. This is a wheat flour noodle. It's actually originally from China, and the Japanese have just made it their own, like they so often do, make things even better. Okay, so the ramen noodles do not take long at all to cook. So just submerge them in some boiling water, and in just a couple of minutes they'll be ready. Okay, meanwhile, I am going to make the stock. And when you are ordering ramen in any Japanese restaurant, you'll be asked three things. You will be asked, do you want a miso, soy, or pork bone based soup base? Now this is actually none of those things. I'm going to kind of go in a hybrid direction. I have chicken stock, some soy sauce, a little bit of sugar, some slices of ginger, skin still on, it's just there to add some flavor, some chili powder for heat. And I have some Chinese 5-spice, which again, borrowed from China. It's just fabulous little aromatic mix of fennel and cassia and cloves and Sichuan pepper. So yummy, so flavorful. Love it. Kind of warming. And some garlic cloves. I'm just going to pop the skin off these guys. Ramen is really just like a choose your own adventure. Choosing the stock that you want, choosing the ingredients, choosing the noodle even. Sometimes you can get ramen that's thicker. You can choose a thinner noodle. You can ask for it to be cooked al dente or just really overcooked. It is really up to you how you want it. My local ramen noodle place will not do takeaway because they do not want the noodles to get squishy, mushy, and soggy, and I don't blame them. So all of these delicious things go into the pot. Give these guys a stir. You really don't want to overcook your noodles because remember they'll continue to cook when they're in the pot with your stock. I think we are ready. Okay, drain the noodles. And just like that, we're ready to assemble this fantastic noodle dish and start by helping yourself to as much ramen as you would like. Ramen is actually one of those really special dishes that is enjoyed all over Japan, really all over the world, and it can be eaten at any meal, but it's also enjoyed after a late night karaoke session. It's kind of a post-partying food. I really enjoy a little ramen after karaoke myself. So give your stock a little stir. All right, so at this point, have a little taste. Tastes so good. But if you think you need a little sweetness, add some sugar. If you need some salt, add some soy at this stage. Up to you. Now let's go to the fun part and top the noodles. I have the most delicious hot smoked salmon made here in Nova Scotia. It has pepper flavoring on it. Such a treat. Just break that on top with your clean hands. I have some edamame cooked and ready, and some corn, so popular in Japanese food, and some beautiful pea shoots, which I can never get enough of, and some dulse, which is an incredible dried seaweed from the Maritimes. So just sprinkle that on top in the place of where nori would be, and finish with a boiled egg. I've peeled it and just cut it in half. It's just a soft-boiled egg, so pretty. Just nestle that right in and just finish with this nice hot stock. It's a really great way to use up leftovers as well. Just plate them in a beautiful way and they will taste great with your ramen. Swirl it around. There are places that serve the noodles on the side and you add them to the stock. Right in if you want. Everyone is different. Every place varies, but the bottom line is if you want a nice quick ramen, follow my lead, top it with all the best things in your area, and slurp the noodles. I think it splattered all over my face. Who cares? Own it, enjoy. So delicious.
Hot smoked salmon and dulse stays true to the spirit of ramen and pays homage to where I'm from. What's good where you are? What's your ramen?